Welcome to Today I Work On, and guess what? I have the same problem with my cargo van, my Sprinter with the 4-cylinder. This is an issue. I have complete loss of power. I can't, it's the same exact problem. I'm at 124% on the DPF, which is probably way more. And what am I gonna do with this? I can't, every year I'm gonna have to bring it in to the shop to get it fixed. Like, this is not what owning this should be about. I really don't know what to do. So I just put a text in to the mechanic. I called Mercedes and they said just bring it in, the call center, and they don't know what they're talking about. So I guess I'll bring it tonight and I'll see what happens. But super disappointed, and I'm really annoyed. So let's see what happens. We're at a stoplight now. I'm gonna go from 0 miles an hour. You can watch what happens. See how it hesitates and it shifts around like 2,700, 2,800 RPMs. And I have no acceleration. I got nothing. So this is the symptom. This is the same exact symptom that happened last time. So I mean, this is like freaking pathetic, and I'm really discouraged. This is, I think, my 5th trip to Mercedes since I bought it. So hopefully I can get there. Hopefully it won't take me like 2 hours. So I got 15 minutes to go. Does this look all familiar to everyone? This looks familiar to me. I am getting lifted home again. This is what, I'm losing count. 5, 6, 7 times at this dealership. I hope, even if it gets fixed, I kind of want to know what is failing on this DPF so I could just fix it myself. Because I'm tired of depending on dealers for this, and I just don't have time for it. So we'll see what happens. I'm getting lifted home, and we will continue this when I get an update. Just got a phone call from Mercedes. They fixed the problem. It is 9 days later from when I dropped it off. They had, I think, 20 or 27 Sprinter vans in front of mine. So I'm not happy about this. It's a different cause for the DPF not registering. I have zero confidence. I also asked them to do the service A on the Sprinter. I'll let you know how much that cost. Not cheap. So we'll see what happens. I did it like probably 3 to 4 months early, but since I trailed with it, I wanted to get it going. So I'll also add the service A into this video, but there's no confidence in me. There's zero confidence. I'm gonna probably pick it up one day next week, and because I'm going away right now. I don't think you can see my trailer in the back, but we have a big announcement. So that's it. So let me stop talking about this, and then once I pick up the van, we'll continue this situation. Uber is arriving, heading to Mercedes. So we did the service A. I don't know how much it costs, but I know it wasn't cheap. Oh, he's right there. I don't see him. But let's hop into Uber and we'll head out. Service, it's a big description. We'll get into it when I get home. If I get home with the Sprinter van, there's a Nissan NV2500 tall cab sitting across the street in Nissan. I might trade this stupid Sprinter in because I'm really discouraged, and this is not how owning a Mercedes should work. Mercedes, get your act together. This is unacceptable. Like, small business guy like me that makes my money with my van, I lost over a week. I'm gonna get into how many days I waited to get the van back. I also did the service A, which was extremely expensive, and I did it because I threw the techs a bone, because I have a lot of buddies that are techs and they make no money on the warranty work. So that's the story. I'll get into this when we get home, and if I come home with the Sprinter van. It's a love-hate relationship. I'm serious, man. I'm gonna look at this thing. How much is it? It doesn't say, but I'm gonna look at it. I just looked at that Nissan. No way, no how, can't do it. I'm stuck with the Sprinter van. It's an awesome van when it works. I don't know what to say. You know what? They didn't even clean the van. I just spent $1,000 on the Service A, and it says, you know, watch list, they clean it. They didn't clean it. Just super disappointed. And if you're watching this video, just buyer beware. I'll go over everything when we get back. I have no words for like how just annoyed I am over this stupid van. The birds are chirping. My Sprinter van's home. What do we got here? CEL. They did similar diagnostics on what they did on the previous issue, and then they hit something about basically disconnect temperature sensor upstream of catalytic converter and test internal resistance as a comparison. 273 ohms. Replaced temp sensor upstream of DPF due to high internal resistance. So that's what they replaced. So the first time it was a king toes. This time it was a temperature sensor. I'll put the description underneath, like in the description in YouTube. Now let's get into Service A. So Service A was a grand total of $1,000. Basically, it was like $953 or something. Labor alone was $531. And we had service. Oil filter was $31. The seal ring, I'm not sure what that was. I guess it's for the fuel filter, was $8. Fuel filter was $105. A loom tie was $10.73. Clamp was $4.83. Brake fluid, because they did a brake fluid flush, was $30.75. And then diesel exhaust, I guess they threw in some DEF, was $4.94. So the Sprinter A service is a 2-year, 20,000 mile maintenance service. So it included the oil change, refill DEF reservoir, fuel filter with water separator, and brake fluid flush. So that's kind of steep. They also hit me with 10 quarts of Mercedes-Benz 530 and then some washer solvent for $1.65, some digital service fee, and then a supplemental hazardous maintenance thing for $53. So I declined the Sprinter alignment, and I declined rotate and balance the tires because that was kind of silly. There's not much to align on this van, and it only has 14,000 miles. So that is a wrap on this video. I looked at that Nissan van. It just doesn't work for me. You know what I'm doing? I'm driving home. I'm waiting for the next check engine CEL to light up. That's where I'm at on the Sprinter van. We have a lot going on in the next 3 months. I'm going to need the Sprinter van. I'm going to rely on it heavily for a lot of track trips, a lot of other trips I'll get into later, but I'm not happy. So I'm documenting it all. Now at least, you know, we're getting more and more info on these 2.1 liter 4 cylinders, and you could read through each description. I looked on the last video, that video on the DEF situation, it took 3.7 hours. This one took 4.4 hours. So, and it's happening basically once a year. So, you know, I wish there was more videos on these DEF issues to like help everyone else out, because I get a lot of comments and there's a lot of people having a lot of different issues with these vans. So that's a wrap. The Miata is going to drive by me. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like it. If you like Sprinter van videos, please subscribe, because I will always update you if something else pops up with the van. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.